I stayed overnight in Truro and decided that I'm not going down into Halifax. I'm just gonna keep heading homeward. So when I woke up, the rain had slowed down pretty good, and I knew that if I just kept driving north, I'd end up driving out of the storm, so headed off down the road. It was a dreary, gray sort of a day. Kind of a boring drive down the Trans-Canada Highway. I was kind of grateful, actually, that there was a toll road for a good 50-kilometer stretch, and I took a detour to avoid paying for it, so I ended up on a nice little back road for a while. It's not really a back road, but not a main 4-lane highway either. Just a nice little drive through the country to break up the monotony of the freeway. But it was a really ugly, gray, foggy day for the most part. I'm glad to be heading home. And as I kept getting further north into the mainland, it really cleared up more and more. Puddles everywhere, but the road isn't wet. And handling is pretty good. Eventually my detour ran out and I skipped around the toll road section and got back on the Trans-Canada Highway here. And I did close to 4 hours on the road today. Oh, it wore me out. I figure, though, that I'm gonna keep putting in 4 hours worth of driving each day and get back home on the next weekend, I guess. Talking to you from Sunday night, and it looks like I'll make it to Rivière-du-Loup, Quebec tomorrow, and then make it to Montreal the day after. Some people that I want to visit in Montreal, so I'll probably stay the night there, and then fly on down the highway, get to Ottawa for the next day. This friend that I want to see while I'm there. And then down through countryside, I'm gonna stop in Elgin and pop in on Captain Iron Mike and see how he's doing. And then I guess I'll be in Kingston next weekend, maybe play a little sidewalk show because Kingston's always a nice town to play in. And then I'm gonna be home. I can see the end in sight now. The trip has been good, but this part where I'm heading home, really, I don't care to stop and see things too much anymore other than checking out parks to get the kitty cat out. Soon as I got to Fredericton here, I drove straight to a park that me and her went to last time I was there. It's called Odell Park. It's a really nice place. There was tons of people there, and there was a great big family, Arabic family, and the kids all played with the kitty cat. Honestly, they got a little bit too rough with her, I'd say, and I had to tell them, like, you gotta be a little more kind to the kitty cat. But she had a good run around after being cooped up in the truck for a while, and she's so good at staying close to me that I just sat down under a tree and read a book for quite a while, and she ran around the nearest trees to me. And this Odell Park has all these great big old growth trees with long snaking roots that run along the ground, so the cat was playing around in them, and There was lots of people with dogs around, but none of them came close enough that the cat got in a fight or anything. So, yeah, the next few days are going to be pretty boring for the most part, just flying down the highway and finding somewhere to get out and go for a walk each time. But after all the excitement of the past couple of months, I'm ready for some boring life. It's been good. I really rushed through a lot of places, but I saw a really good slice of life of every place that I went through so far. Every place that I stopped, anyways. So I'll call that a win. That was my main plan for the trip was, well, my plan originally was to play everywhere that I passed through, but that quickly, it dawned on me that that's not a very sound plan. A lot of places that I passed through, just there was nobody around to see me if I did get out and play. And honestly, the amount of small towns that I've passed through, if I stopped for an hour in each one to play a show, this trip would have took me a year or more. But as I get closer to the end of the trip, all I can say is I'm glad I followed through on this. Next few videos are going to be boring, but I got to complete the series. It started at home, so it's got to end at home.